We will continue to support all initiatives aiming at peace, and we will continue to support the peace efforts of President Trump, and we will continue to support the high-level US-Russia talks. And we make sure that Hungary is not going to be dragged into this war. We will stay out.
Hungarian Foreign Minister Peter Szijjarto has once again voiced strong opposition to the European Union approach toward the war in Ukraine. He declared that the sanctions imposed by Brussels have caused greater harm to Europe than to Russia, creating a situation where ordinary citizens and businesses inside the EU are facing high energy costs, disrupted supply chains, and economic instability. He argued that the policy of punishing Russia through sanctions has failed to achieve its intended goals while, at the same time, damaging the competitiveness of European economies. Szijjarto further warned that the conflict in Ukraine has now been globalized.
To make the decision who can enter the territory of Hungary, this decision must be made by us and not by bureaucrats in Brussels. We have to consider the violation of border as it is, a crime. And those who commit this crime must be punished. We are a neighboring country to Ukraine. So for those who have to escape from Ukraine because of the war, we are the first safe country, and we let all of them come in. All of them. But at our southern border, those who want to come in, those are illegal migrants. And none of them has been allowed, and none of them will be allowed to enter the territory of our country. Thirdly, no gender. In Hungary, we do consider family as the basis of society. But we have to understand that there is a very aggressive, extreme liberal mainstream which has been attacking family.
Far beyond the region being pulled into its consequences, he stated that the strategy pursued by Brussels risks escalating tensions instead of calming them, while also dragging Hungary unwillingly into a war it never supported. The minister emphasized that Hungary remains committed to protecting its national interests and ensuring that Hungarian people do not pay the price for decisions taken elsewhere in Europe. He pointed out that throughout history, every war has ultimately ended at the negotiating table, not on the battlefield. For this reason, he urged European leaders to abandon the illusion of a military solution and instead invest their political will in facilitating dialogue.
For this position of ours, very rude accusation by those who are now speaking about the importance of ceasefire and peace talks, by the same countries in Europe. And I have to tell you that if these countries who used to stigmatize us for this more harms to the European economy than to the Russian one. And if we look at history, it's obvious that all wars end up around the negotiating table. There is no war which ends up in the battlefield. We do have to make daily efforts in order to be able to stay out of this war.
And peace talks. Szijjarto stressed that the longer the war continues, the more human suffering and economic devastation it will bring, not only for Ukraine and Russia, but for the entire continent. The minister reaffirmed Hungary's position as a consistent advocate of peace. He vowed that his country will continue to stand by initiatives that aim to achieve a ceasefire and open channels for negotiation. While others in Europe push for military escalation, Hungary, he said, will remain firmly on the side of diplomacy, reconciliation, and peace efforts. Peace.
We could have saved lives of hundreds of thousands of people.